Could you please consider allowing me to have a cookie? This is a bit different than saying, can I have a cookie? Or the least polite request, give me a cookie. When you say, give me a cookie, you're demanding something. And you don't have the power to give yourself a cookie. You are asking somebody else to give you a cookie. So you have to give that person a little bit of freedom, a little bit of space to breathe, so to say. All right, so let's look at it this way. We have the could, would. All right, we don't say, can you please? We say, could you please? Because normally in casual conversation, we don't say could, would. So by changing it like that, it makes it a little bit more formal, a little bit more unnatural to the way we would speak to our friends. Please, of course, is the polite word. It's just expressing submission to the person you're requesting from. You can also use it to express urgency. Could you please consider giving me a cookie? But in this case, we'll just say it's general politeness. Consider. Why do we say consider? Why don't we just say, could you please give me a cookie? Because we don't want to put the person on the spot. For example, if it's our boss or a manager, somebody in the hierarchy who's above us, we don't want to say, could you give me a raise? Because then that person has no room to think about it. They have to say yes or no. And if they say no, then you're out. But if you say consider, to think about giving me a raise, then the person can answer yes without really answering yes, yet being more towards yes than they were before you asked the request. And allowing me to have a cookie. Look at this. Allowing me to have a cookie is a gerund, right? It's not a clause. It could never be a sentence. It's a gerund. It's like a noun. Could you please consider bicycling? Could you please consider cookies? Could you please consider pizza? Could you please consider pizza instead of hamburgers? Kindly. Could you please consider allowing me to have a cookie? Kindly. We can add extra polite words to this polite request. Allowing me. Instead of giving me a cookie, could you please consider giving me a cookie? Could you please consider allowing me? This allowing me is an extra level of submission. So we have please, submission, allowing, submission. See, when we say allow, we are giving the power to the person we are requesting from. We are showing that we are in a position of disadvantage compared to them, and we are asking them a favor. By submitting, we are showing that we are asking a favor, and we are being polite. We are not being demanding, as in, give me a cookie, right? We are expressing that this person has the will and the freedom to comply with our request or not. It's their decision, not ours. And let's see. Now I have a polite request for you. Could you please consider, kindly, hitting the thumbs up on this video? And if you haven't already, would you think about subscribing? Could you hit that subscribe bell? I would be very grateful. Yes, at the end of a polite request, we can always say, I would be very grateful. And again, this expresses thanks. It expresses gratitude because of the grateful, very grateful, even more gratitude, and the would. Instead of I will be very grateful, we can make it more formal. I would. Now, if we want to trick the person into thinking that they already have made the request, thus causing them that they already have complied with the request, we can say, I will be very grateful, right? Then this person knows that the only way for you to be grateful is for them to comply with the request. But this is high-level politics here. Let's just use would because it's less natural, hence more formal, hence showing that we spent more time considering this person whom we are making the request to. And again, please consider, don't consider. Take action and kindly hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Bye.